matters, in which Kawambwa Town Council will be making a submission for the consideration of the audit of accounts of local authorities for the financial year ended 31st December 2024. Keep watching Parliament Television, the only station that brings Parliament closer to you.
And I have 6 colleagues here who also who give their introductions. We'll start from there.
Yes.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Jane Mwewamalama, Assistant Civil Engineer.
Okay.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Naomi Tembo Piri. I'm the Director of Planning.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. I'm Kelvin Pembe, Director of Finance. Okay.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kawewepo. I'm the Director of Human Resource and Administration.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Enoch Mugara is my name. I'm the Internal Auditor.
Okay.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Elizabeth, Council Advocate.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Aretha Tsenga, Senior Procurement Officer.
Thank you very much. Permanent witnesses, Minister.
Good morning, Chair. Yeah. Good morning, honorable members of Parliament. Good morning, SAMFYA Town Council. Good morning, Secretariat, permanent witnesses, everyone. My name is Siam Denda, Minister of Finance, Accountant General's Office. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. SAMFYA Town Council, good morning. My name is Martin Kapenda from the Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Chairperson and the honorable members of your committee, good morning. SAMFYA Town Council, you are most welcome. I'm Kazinga Kennedy from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Auditor General's Office.
Thank you, Chair. Morning, honorable members. Morning, CS and your team. I am Ashao Gabriel, Director from the Office of the Auditor General. I'm accompanied by other officers who I will request to introduce themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director. Good morning. My name is Bonaventure Miova. I'm Principal Auditor based in Mansa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Munyama from the Planning and Research Department, Office of the Auditor General.
Thank you very much, Secretariat.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. Good morning, members of this committee. Our witness, you're welcome. My name is Beverly Nzala from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning to you. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, our permanent witness, and good morning, SAMFYA Town Council. Andrew Suwale is my name from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members of Parliament. Honorable Dr. Mwanza.
And thank you, Chair, and good morning, SAMFYA. Welcome to the Committee on Local Government Accounts. I am Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petalke District of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mtero.
Chair, thank you so very much, and good morning to you and the entire House. SAMFYA, you are welcome. Chair, the good part of SAMFYA, it has brought a good number of our mothers. Not the other councils. They come here without any lead. Yes, Mutelo. Mishek is my name, your humble servant. Always humble. Our mothers can confirm the way they are looking at me. Yes.
Dr. Singombe?
Chair, I'm grateful and good morning to you. Good morning, my colleagues, honorable members. Good morning, our dear permanent witnesses, our Secretariat, SAMFYA Town Council. Good morning, I'm Honorable Dr. Singombe representing the people of Dundumwezi in Kalomo Southern Province. Thank you.
Honorable Kamundo.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, and good morning. Good morning, our permanent witnesses, and good morning to our Secretariat. Good morning to SAMFYA Town Council, and to the women that are in this council, in this entourage. I want to say that happy Women's Week. We value so much. You are our mothers. Without you, we cannot work very well. My name is Elliot Kamondo. I'm a Member of Parliament from Mfumbwe constituency.
Thank you very much. SAMFYA Town Council, my name is Mulunda Darius, Member of Parliament for Siavonga constituency, sitting for the chairperson. SAMFYA members of Parliament enjoy the immunity in the main house under Chapter 12 of the laws of Zambia, and the same is extended to you when you appear before any parliamentary committee, that whatever you say during our interaction will not be used against you unless you choose to mislead your committee, and then the opposite will be applicable on you. It's my firm belief that you will not mislead your committee, but that this morning you give your committee factual information, the information that will help us generate a very good report, the report that will then submit before Honorable Madam Speaker in the main house. With that said, let me now invite you to make your submission. Your submission is relatively small. I know you can do it within 15 or less minutes. You may proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. I just need to before I could proceed with my presentation, Chair, that you have certain documents which could be of help to my submission, which may not be in the main document. I'm pleading that maybe if we reach a point where that could be necessary, possibly I seek permission to present such.
You're obliged. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Chair. With that said, I would like to take this committee from page 2 to page 8 on cross-cutting issues. Chair, we have Appendix 1 with those details, and I would follow with the management response. Chair, the cause of the query,
you can read Appendix 1, budget and funding, then you go to the response. Let's read the query as well.
Thank you so much, Chair. I'm guided. Appendix 1, which is budget and funding. There it shows this number 72, Luapula, local authority SAMFYA, constituency Bangweulu, budget 30,006, 35, 6.
Sorry, you leave out the table, just to read the query, budget and funding, then you go to your response. It's management. Are you okay with that? I'm saying the guidance is you read the query. The query is Appendix 1, budget and funding, then management response without reading on the table.
Oh, yes, please. So it's budget and funding, then query. The local authority acknowledges the auditor's observations that there was a variance of 9,192,160 kwacha, which arose due to underfunding by the ministry as at 31st December 2024. Action taken, the council, through engagements with the ministry, requested for the balance not disbursed amounting to 9,192,160 kwacha, which had been acknowledged by the ministry in the letter attached as Appendix 1, reference Ministry of Local Government Rural Development, /101/22/157, dated 11th December 2025, that the council would be funded the outstanding balance before the close of the year 2026. Remedial measures, the council will endeavor to keep engaging the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development to expedite the processes of timely releasing of funds to the council in order to effectively and efficiently implement Constituency Development Fund. Chair, I'm on Appendix 1.1, which is retained funds. The cause of the query,
The local authority acknowledges the auditor's findings regarding non-receipt of motorbikes that were procured centrally as guided in circular number MLGRD/10/4/31 dated 13th December 2023, appended at 2. Action taken. The Council would like to report to the committee that the constituency ambulance had been delivered and received by the local authority, and it is in use by the district at SAMFYA District Hospital. Whereas the motorbikes have also been delivered to various retainers attached at Appendix 2, where we have indicated the distribution list and other documents. Remedial measures. The local authority will constantly make follow-up with the ministry on the need to deliver projects that are earmarked to be procured centrally during the budget implementation year. On page 3, Chair, it's Appendix 2.2, which is total unspent funds, community projects. Cause of the query. The local authority agrees with auditor's observation of the unspent funds amounting to 1,537,397 kwacha, representing 5%, which was due to ongoing projects. Action taken, Chair. The local authority wishes to report that the funds have since been spent as summarized in the table below. Chair, the table is indicated there, and I proceed to the remedial measure. The Council will endeavor to complete community projects within the implementation year. On page 4, Chair, it's Appendix 2.2, which is total unspent funds on empowerment grants. Cause of the query. The local authority has taken note of auditor's observation that funds amounting to 35,399 kwacha, representing 2%, had not been disbursed due to one club which did not have an actively performing bank details. Action taken. The Council has since paid a sum of 20,000 to the allocated beneficiary, leaving a balance of 15,399 kwacha, which was below the district standard approval rate, and this had been pushed to the 2025 allocation as per attached Appendix 4. Remedial measures, Chair. The Council increased sensitization in order to get desired details for processing of grants so that once approvals are granted, funds are disbursed to beneficiaries without delay or hindrance. Appendix 2.3, Chair, it's the total unspent funds, secondary boarding, and the skills development. Chair, under the cause of the query, there is a table. Then the local authority wishes to take note of the auditor's finding on unspent funds amounting to 3,633,963 kwacha, representing 47%, based on the approved budget for the year against actual total funds received of 21,443,000. Let me read that one again. 21,443,482 kwacha for the year. Action taken. The local authority wishes to report to the committee that out of the funds received for the year, 4,074,261 was located to secondary boarding and skills development, and 1,887,452 remained unspent as at 31st December 2024 in accordance with the CDF program ratios on total receipts. The local authority chair further wishes to report that the outstanding amounts totaling 1,887,000 kwacha, 1,887,452 kwacha have since been spent as per Appendix 5. I'm on page 5, Chair. I proceed with remedial measures. The local authority will increase sensitization on targeted beneficiaries of secondary and skills development component in order to ensure that uptake of the funds is minimized solely for its intended purpose. Appendix 2.2, it's the total unspent funds on loans. Response, Chair, cause of the query. The Council totally agrees with auditor's observations in that amounts totaling 220,928 kwacha had not been spent at the close of the year 2024. The said amounts are part of the interest accrued on the revolving fund account. Action. The local authority would like to report that the funds have since been spent as per Appendix 6. Remedial measure. The local authority shall continue to pursue available legal avenues at its disposal so that the defaulters are made to pay outstanding loans or in order to provide more funding for subsequent loan applicants. Appendix 2.5, it's on total unspent funds on administrative costs. Cause, the local authority acknowledges the auditor's observation in that there was unspent funds amounting 51,436 kwacha under the administrative cost component due to ongoing projects. Action, Chair. The local authority wishes to report that the funds were spent in the first quarter of 2025 as per Appendix 7. Remedial measures. The local authority will ensure that the administrative cost component is utilized based on the guidance given by the ministry at all times. On page 6, Chair, it's Appendix 3 on community projects. The table is indicated. Cause of the query. The local authority wishes to acknowledge the observation of the Auditor General on the projects that have been ongoing. There are projects, Chair, in the table where it indicates work in progress for 2023 and 2024. Then there are outstanding projects, Chair, in the next table there, also focusing on 2023, 2024. And we have given an Appendix 8 as attachment to provide further details. Remedial measure, Chair, the local authority will ensure that approved projects are completed during the budget implementation period. Cause of the query, the local authority acknowledges auditor's observation regarding cost of undelivered desks. Action, the Council wishes to report that 1,646,700 has been spent, and the balance of 53,300 is a saving which has been allocated to other projects which needed additional funding, as shown on Appendix 9. Remedial measures. Council will from time to time ensure that projects planned for are completed within that stipulated time. Appendix 6, Chair, it's on youth and the women empowerment grant performance analysis given in that table. Cause of the query, the local authority admits to the auditor's observation that the funds amounting to 35,399 kwacha had not been disbursed due to one club which did not have an actively performing bank account and on the approval rate of 42% for youth and empowerment grants. Action taken. The Council has since paid a sum of 20,000 to the allocated beneficiary, leaving a balance of 15,399 kwacha, which has been pushed to 2025 allocation. Further, the low approval rate of 42% was due to the budget constraint as per attached Appendix 4. Remedial measures, Chair. The local authority will endeavor to amplify on its sensitization to ensure the applications for empowerment meet the required criteria so that beneficiaries stand a better chance to benefit from the empowered grants. Appendix 8, Chair, it's on bursaries performance analysis. Under the query, we have given an analysis table there. Then the local authority takes note of auditors' findings on unspent funds amounting to 3,633,963 kwacha. However, out of 21,443,482 kwacha funds received, 4,074,261 was allocated to secondary boarding and skills development, and the 1,887,452 kwacha remained unspent as at 31st December 2024. And Council acknowledges the observation on the low number of graduating students under secondary boarding bursary. Action. The local authority wishes to report that outstanding amounts totaling 1,887,452 kwacha have since been spent as per Appendix 5, shows the allocation of funds based on what was received in 2024. The bank statement, ledgers, payment vouchers. Furthermore, there was a low graduating rate for pupils under secondary boarding, as most of them were not yet in the graduating year. Remedial measure. The Council will endeavor to amplify on its sensitization to ensure applications for bursaries meet the required criteria so that beneficiaries stand a better chance to benefit from the bursaries. Chair, I've brought you to the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we continue, let me recognize in the House the presence of our Honorable Member of Parliament for Bangweulu, Honorable Kasandwe. You're welcome, sir. Honorable members, time for points of clarifications, questions. Yes, Honorable Kamondo.
Yes, it's just a point of clarification indeed, and just to find out what could be the status quo. On page 2 of the report.
On page 2 of your report, witness.
I want to find out from through you, Chair, from the CS. Indeed, you have alluded to the fact that this variance was due to underfunding, and then the ministry assured you that they were going to fund you. You have given us this letter dated 11th December 2025 that the council would be funded the outstanding balance before the close of the year 2026. I'd like to find out from you, what is the status quo? Have you been funded by the ministry? If you've been funded, how much have you received from what was promised to be given to Bangweulu?
Thank you very much, Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. I think for now, I'll allow my Director of Finance to just shed a bit of light before I could chip in.
Director of Finance? Switch off for me.
Thank you, Chair. For 2024, the status still remains the same. The variance of 9,192,160 has not been received.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Mwanza.
Thank you, Chair. I take the committee to page page 2.
Page 2?
Yes, the number of under retained funds. There's 3,030,000 kwacha that was retained for the purpose of ambulance and motorbikes. Now, when we go to Appendix 2, there is a communication from the Ministry of, from the PLGO's office to approve community projects under Bangweulu Community Constituency Development Fund, which is the community component. The total amount of community component under Bangweulu was 16,589,200. But the retained funds, projects under retained funds are included on the vote for the constituency. Item number 6, procurement of chief retainers 2 motorbikes, as well as the procurement of ambulance. The 2,700,000 was approved under their under their budget, not as shown to be retained on page 2. So why the double entry?
Secretary?
Yes, Chair. I would like again to invite my Director Planning to chip in.
Director Planning.
Thank you, Chair. So in this case, the retained funds, even if their procurement was done centrally, we are still required under the constituency to budget for the retained funds, and we are required to send the approvals to the POGO as such. That is what we are guided.
So have you done that? Have you sent to the POG? Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, Chair, that's why the approval came. So in this case, even if the ministry would guide as per CDF Act, because they do guide on certain developments that we need to utilize in terms of the constituency development fund, we still have to budget them and they still need to get approval, even if they'll be procured centrally. So they still need to be approved by the POGO as per procedure.
Yeah, because because here is a situation where the funds are retained centrally, and they still go ahead and budget. Are you putting aside the same amount in your budget, or it's just for the record's sake? What is it that you're doing?
So it's for the record's sake. I can give an example with the current project that is happening for the solar initiative. As much as we know it will be procured centrally, but it still has to appear in our breakdown of the constituency development fund for Bangweulu constituency. So this was the case also with the ambulance and the retained motorbikes.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable Simombe.
Chair, I'm grateful. I'm on page 7, Appendix 6, Youth and Women Empowerment Grants Performance Analysis.
Witness, let's go to page 7. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chair, here, when you look at the reasons why 35,399 was not spent, the local authority is indicating that this was as a result of one club that had no account. Okay, no account. And I just wanted to find out, how do you miss such very minute issues, but again, very important, because look, keeping this money and the club is waiting, maybe they had a program to do with farming, and then at the end of the day, they miss the season just because one of you as a local authority, did not put his mind or her mind, or did not apply her mind or his mind properly to ensure that all the requirements are met before transferring this information for payment.
Yes, just in addition to, you can switch off your mic on.
Thank
just
you.
in addition to that, we have the director planning there, and you people, it's your responsibility to see to it that the applicants have all the details, correct details to say. So when you realize that actually they don't have the account number, how long does it take for you to make a follow-up? Should it be the Auditor General's office to come and say, no, these people, come and find that thing which you feel you can resolve because you have transport? Director Planning or CS through you.
Thank you so much, Chair. You've already correctly observed that the Director Planning can substantiate, and I wish to just agree with that so that I allow her to come out clearly. Thank you, Chair.
Director Planning.
Thank you, Chair. I think the observation is well noted, but however, in this case, that wasn't the case.
Okay.
So the appraisal was done, and the account was there for the club. Unfortunately, at the point of payment, the money actually bounced because the club's account was dormant for some time. So that's how it was reported to the council, and they were advised to normalize that issue with the bank themselves. So the issue wasn't that we did not capture the account, but the issue is that the account for the beneficiary had been dormant for some time, and hence the money had bounced back after council had dispersed.
But you and the DF wouldn't want to keep that money. What did you do to make sure that that money is dispersed?
So we were working together with the group in question until the account was cleared, and that's how the payments were made.
Because you see, Director Planning, what we are trying to establish is the reason as to why the auditors would keep this query. If what you are saying was what you were doing. So why should the auditors keep this query? Because my feeling is that you quickly resolve that, you quickly activate the club, you correct whatever is to be corrected with that account, and then people benefit. So why should it wait until we come and see it in Lusaka here? Honorable Singombe, before she responds.
Yeah, Chair, maybe it will also be very interesting, like you've rightly indicated. It had to take the Auditor General to bring up this issue. Maybe the question that I would want to pose is, when were you audited?
Director Planning.
I think Director Finance can respond to that.
Director Finance.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes, before you even respond, why do you have interest of keeping money in the account, which is supposed to go to somebody else?
Not at all,
What
Chair.
was your interest? Please respond.
Chair, we were audited for 2024 in around August, September 2025.
Honorable Simambe, you can switch off your mic, Director Finance.
Yeah, now I can ask maybe a substantive question. You were audited in September 2025, and this is a 2024
query
case. So you can see the period that you took, and this is why the Chair is asking. It's like you have interest in keeping other people's resources, while they are suffering, and you've got a pleasure just to be checking in the account all the money is there, and then you go back and your friends are suffering. Why did it take you too long to rectify? Because Director Planning here is informing the committee that actually the account was there, and I do agree. Yes, because I almost said, do you wish to expand? But when I read for the second time, I realized indeed the account was available, only that it was dormant. So how long does it take? Because just today I went to the bank to activate my account, and before the end of the day it will be activated, Chairman. So what is the problem that you face for you to delay in activating or in advising this particular club to activate their account so they could receive their resources on time? Thank you.
Okay, Director Planning.
Okay, so maybe the challenge that maybe we could have had at that particular time, it's the geographical location as to where this club is. It's in one of the furthest wards that we have, and we have an issue of communication and issues to do with transport at times. So that might have caused a bit of delay in terms of activating. Then when you look at these same accounts, you find that sometimes they're not only used for the CDF, but maybe they were using it for farming implements and things like that. So once they stop, for some time, it's dormant.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Director Planning, because you are going into speculations now.
I was trying to give a background.
No, to say no, maybe they are using. Okay, now, one point you have raised is that this is a difficult to reach place, or it's very far. But I believe that Director Engineering through CS, your vehicle is still in very good condition, the CDF vehicle. If you can't communicate with them, because we are worried with the period that you take your people to resolve issues. If you said you had gone there once, twice, at least, but if you say at times it's communication, and government released a vehicle for each constituency to go and deal with the far or hard to reach places so that you're able to deliver your message. So we are looking at the efforts that we are making in trying to resolve, in trying to get our people benefit from this fund. Honorable Singombe.
Chair, my very last intervention, and I don't wish to draw the area MP into a conversation, but you and I know how we deal with our constituents. There is no single place that I can fail to get to.
Yeah.
Even here, there are certain areas that are not connected, but the maximum I would take is 2 days. Did you try to engage your area member of parliament to get to this particular club? Because I know any MP knows how to get with any member of his constituents at any time. Whether it's midnight, you ask me, I want to talk to someone in Nakalombwe at midnight, I know who to call. Did you try to use him? And I apologize for bring his picture in this conversation.
Madam Planner.
So,
how much effort?
in that question, I can say we did not engage him, but we had engaged the ward councillor as well as the WDCs, because usually that's the channel that we use when we are communicating with the beneficiary groups.
Yeah, that's okay, but did you at one point tried to reach it yourself?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We do communicate with the WDC.
No, I'm saying, have you taken trouble one day to say, today I'm going to put on a wetsuit, I'm going to that place? Have you ever tried to do that using your CDF vehicle?
Not for this particular matter, but for others, yes.
No, I'm talking about this.
For this
others.
one, I can...
Others you resolved. That's why they are not here. So I'm talking about
yes,
what
so
you didn't resolve.
For this one, no.
Okay.
But the guidance I've given is based on the communication that we did.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Me, I appreciate whatever you're doing. But you should also appreciate what I'm asking. Then we can be together. Me, the communication you're doing is the WDC, the councillor. That is the right way to do things. But there is a day where you say, today I'm putting off everything I want to go and see. Like the Honourable Member of Parliament for Dundumwezi has put it. Said, if there is a difficult place to reach, I'll make it a point that one day I'll go there. Me, I come from a very mountainous place. Communication is difficult. But even when you are driving, there is not even a road, but just rocks. but I would go there and probably spend the night, which we can't do, I mean. Another question, Honorable Gamondo.
First, maybe I wanted to contribute something because earlier on, Chair, you had the Honorable Singombe had asked the question where the council would have some money in the account, but they failed to give it out to the beneficiaries. I also find the same issue with the loans. You and I, Chair, you know, and we are aware that for this year, the loan component that we normally receive from the ministry is not there. It is going to go for other very important projects.
Yes.
Now, this is a revolving fund. And I also strongly feel that in the revolving funds for loans, you have some outstanding amount. And not only maybe yourself, if you don't have, but other councils may have some money. What is it that you are doing in order to make sure that in future, to avoid these audit queries, to find monies in the accounts, which are supposed to be disbursed maybe to the people that you want to get, especially loans? Because loans, in my constituents where I come from, people, they want them, even if that they know, we know very well that we will not receive enough money, but there are some who have been pending. Even this morning, someone was asking me why his application has been denied about 3 times. So now, what is it that you are doing in order to make sure that those that could not, who had everything done very well and the applications were all the requirements were okay, but they couldn't be given the loans because the monies were not enough? What is it that you are doing in order to avoid actually audit queries, to find the monies which are there? Because here you said the money which was there is actually the interest which was earned, and that is why it was kept there. What is it that you are doing, and what is the loan recovery rate in your area?
Council Secretary.
Thank you so much, Chair. Before I allude this question to Director Finance, I just want to acknowledge the light that you have shed, Chair, on the issue of the grant that's pended in the account, because it's a take-home issue as well. During that period, we were paying 116 people, and out of 116 of the applicants, only one is the one which had the flow on the account. But what I want to appreciate is this attachment you are showing, you have given us to say, yes, it could be one, but we should move that expediently, despite possible challenges that we could have faced to drain the dispersing. Chair, I take note of that, and the good thing is we did make good to pay that 20,000 to that delayed person. But I have taken the point, Chair.
Yeah, just there, I want to respond quickly on your comment, which is very good. I want you to know that Zambia is a Christian nation, and I'm a Christian. I'm an elder. So you leave the 99 and look for one. And that's what I'm doing. You did good to all those, the rest. But I'm worried with the only one that is remaining. Please continue.
Thank you so much, Chair. So on this one to do with the loans, that was found as end, the same director development planning will still come back on the same thing.
Director Planning, you see how important your office is. That vehicle is given to you. If you didn't know, do not allow the CS to go for other meetings. That vehicle is yours. Please continue.
Thank you so much, Chair. On the loans for SAMFYA, I think we've done a bit of some good. We have managed to recover some monies, which we have since paid to other groups. I can give a background of how we started, where initially we would only maybe accommodate 21 applicants with the money that was available. But because of the accruement on the account, we had moved to giving about an addition of about 3. And until last year, we gave an addition of about 9. So what we did as a council, as it stands, is that we scrutinized everything in terms of the details, and everything went to the bank. So what we are doing now, knowing that the revolving account needs to work, we've actually approved a list of about 58 applicants on the waiting list, so that when money accrues in the account, then the committee will be able to sit and disburse that money to the applicants. So that is what we are doing as SAMFYA Town Council to sustain the loan component.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kamondo. As I wind up.
Yes, not on this one. I think the answer that has been given is very satisfactory. Now, I want to take you to the projects on page 6.
On page 6?
Yes, I have two specific issues that I want to tackle, maybe just some points of clarifications. The first one is Chisaka police post, which was work in progress. However, this time it has been reported to this committee or committee that the project has since been completed. The second one is construction of Shirolu Lulo Health Center. The project has been completed. Now, when I look at Appendix 8, let's go to Appendix 8. This is the project which has been completed, the rural health post. I mean, the police post. And also, when you look at the other one, also, it's the rural health post, which has been completed. The first one, the question which is there, if it has been completed, this police post, has it been handed over to the community? And also, maybe I want to have maybe some completion certificates, if at all you have them, so that we know. And also, do we have an interior view to show how it has been completed? Because I have one in Mufumbwe. When you look at the outside, you will see that is completed. But when you go inside, you find that issues to do with electricity are not yet even done. And maybe the ceiling board is not in that. It's also not done. Then the second one, when you look at this, I don't know whether this is the paint which it has been painted or this is just the plaster. It's not showing very well. From the two, kindly avail to the committee the completion certificates. And if you have also the interior view, you can also give us those views so that we are able to appreciate. And if it is completed, why are you not failing to hand it over?
CS through you, Director Engineering.
Thank you so much, Chair. I'm extending to get the hand from Acting Director Engineering, Madam Jane with us.
Director Engineering.
Thank you very much, Chair. First of all, I would like to apologize to the House for not availing the inside pictures of the projects. We overlooked that, and we may avail the project if the community allows afterwards. Then the other question is the certificates. Chinsanga Police was recently completed, and we did complete it by force account. That's the SAMFYA Town Council, and there are snags that we want to fix before we do the handover, like the door and doors. And the other one, that is Chiseshi, I think there's something that has been availed. There's a balance of about 200 and something. I think it should be on page 3. We've got a balance on it, which is 247. This is as a result of the snags that we have we have told the contractor to fix before we could actually pay the final amount. And I believe the contractor is on site to fix those snags.
So on both projects, what's the percentage, completion percentages? Because you didn't attach the completion certificate, so what's the completion before you respond, switch off your mic.
Chair, your committee believes in facts. When there are still some snags that are remaining on a project, the question is that project completed or not?
Yes.
And what is your position, Madam?
Thank you very much. As I said, on the snags, usually.
No, what is your position?
Sorry, sir. I would like you to repeat
your position. Your position. Who are you?
Okay, I'm assistant civil engineer.
Assistant civil engineer. This is your job. I've just said that this is a committee which depends on the facts that you give. We are going to come up with a report. I want to find out from you. Now that you have said that this project is not completed, according to you, you had told us that action taken, the project has been completed. Now that it is not completed, and now that there are still some snags that are remaining, could you remove this so that we take a position of a project or two projects that are not yet completed?
Noted, sir. We would state the correct position.
Dr. Mwanza, you can switch off your mic, engineer. Dr. Mwanza, your question? Dr. Mwanza, your question?
Thank you, Chair. Page 3.
On page 3. Order in the House. On page 3,
under community projects, there was 1,537,397 as unspent funds by 31st December 2024, and the local authority has spent these funds following the table on 7 community projects. The first question is, if I take just one of the projects, say project number 7, the contract amount is 1,012,500 kwacha. You have said the balance as at 31st December 2024 was 295,994 kwacha. So when we go to Appendix 3 to check the ledger for this project, it is the first. It is the second before the bank statement. I think it's number 5. The project construction of Chiseshi Rural Health Center. Construction of Chiseshi Rural Health Center. So if you look at the bank statement, the balance as at 31st December 2024 was 248,494. Are we there? So what you have reported on page 3 was the balance of Chiseshi Rural Health Center as at 31st December 2024 was 295 994. Let's go to another project, just another sample, which is the rehabilitation of SAMFYA nursing school. Rehabilitation of SAMFYA nursing school, the balance as at the 31st December 2024 was 45,053 kwacha. When we look at your table on Appendix 3, the completion of SAMFYA nursing school, the balance as at 31st December 2024 was 44,999. How do you clarify this misrepresentation?
Secretary 3, Director of Finance.
Thank you so much, Chair. I would wish that my director sheds a bit of light before I could pick it up.
Director of Finance. Go ahead, Director of Finance.
Thank you, Chair. The first project, number 7, Chiseshi, you would see that the closing balance as at 31st December was 248, which is correct by the ledger. There was a payment just after that in the first month, I think, that we didn't factor in, but it's there on the ledger if you go down. So on this one, there's
the ledger provided by yourself on Appendix 3.
Switch off.
The ledger provided by yourself on Appendix 3 shows the last payment as at 31st December 2024 to this contractor. The balance on the contract sum was 248. So the same balance which you provided this table on page 3, the balance as at the 31st, the table on page 3, it shows that the balance as at 31st December 2024, you are showing 295. So your explanation is that you made another payment, you made some payment. Of course, that payment was made in 2025. So why did you capture the payment for 2025 in December?
Director of Finance, switch off your mic, Doctor.
Chair, I would like to state that the correct position, we follow what is on the ledger on that project, not as what is on the table.
Who prepared these two documents? Is it from your department or from?
It's from finance.
From finance?
Yes.
So you have attached both documents here?
Yes.
And you are disputing the other one? Or which one? You are saying we should follow what is on the ledger?
Yes.
And do away with the other one?
The one that is showing in the response is just a table, which we are saying we withdraw and focus on what we've shown on the ledger.
But you didn't ask us to withdraw. You know, I don't want you to spoil my spirit. I'm in high spirits right now. So I don't want you to spoil my day. You didn't ask us in the first place, you know. We would want to expunge this one, want to remove this one, and our information, correct information is on this document. So my colleague discovers two documents. And then you say, how about this? And then you are saying, no, actually the correct one is this. So if you didn't ask, were you going to tell us that there is a document that I needed to remove? Director of Finance? Dr. Mwanza, you have a follow-up because there is my director is tongue-tied there.
Yes, I have a follow-up on the progress of community projects, which these projects are very, very important. So on page,
I'm winding up.
On page 6, you have construction of Chiseshi Rural Health Center.
On page 6, yes.
So Chiseshi Rural Health Center has since then been completed. Has since then been completed according to the action taken.
No, that one has already been dealt with, sir. And the position is that the director engineering actually was supposed to give us the completion percentages. If it's 90% or what. So the word completion actually, she said that was wrong. According to her, she was supposed to say it's 90%, 95%. Not that it's completed, because there are snags that are supposed to be done. And the other one, we were actually wondering whether it was an old building or it was repainted, because basically when you have an engineer, especially a lady, you expect those very bright colors. Now, that one, like an old village, I don't know. I want to wind up, Honorable Mtero, with you.
Give us the percentage.
Okay. One day. She said there are snags on there. All right, give us the percentages. Let me manage this meeting now.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would say they are both at 95%.
No, you see, we will not argue with you. We are not engineers. But based on what you tell us, others, they are just snags. Others, the contractor, they are things that you want to put. So how can they be both on that? Even the guesswork I can pass. It's not correct. So try another one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. SAMFYA Town Council, we want to appreciate your submission. Relatively, when you look at the volume of your reports, one would know that there are fewer problems here. But I want to also appreciate you as maybe the first born of all these councils to have not exhausted the administrative component. There is no council that would have any single way. It's always negative. But I've seen 51,000. Of course, it was for some works to be done. But in these other councils, they will run that account dry. So we want to urge you, SAMFYA Town Council, to continue working hard. We have seen relatively a lot of improvement in all the councils, including SAMFYA. And this is what we are looking for. Please, let's deliver service to our people. Director Planning, I want you to jump on that Land Cruiser. Like I've indicated, that one is yours. That one is yours with the Honorable Member of Parliament, the two of you. Whether it's a boat, we want you to reach to those places. So far, so good. Service is being delivered, and I can only encourage you to continue working very hard. At this point, allow me to withdraw the immunity conferred on you at the beginning of our interaction and allow you to travel to that beautiful, beautiful place, SAMFYA. And I know most of you over the weekends, you go and stretch around there. You may take leave. Thank you very much.
Explore and experience the magnificence that is Zambia. A thrill-seeker's paradise, blessed with some of the most breathtaking adrenaline activities on Earth. Choose from whitewater rafting, to gorge swings, to bungee jumps, and set your inner superhero free. If being up close and personal with nature is